Good morning. Welcome to our second live hour of live shopping here at Highlight Crafts today. I hope you got your hands on those paints because I have a feeling they're going to sell in between shows as well. So if you do have them in your basket, please be checking those out because I don't want anyone to miss out on those. They are spectacular. Now, talking of spectacular, we've got David in the house today.
No, I don't know
No
about
pressure.
that, Mel. Don't know about that. Oh, yeah, I'm usually in the house. Here, every now and again, I like
Every
to
now
pop
and
in.
again you
Yeah.
rock up,
Got
don't
no
you? Do a
else to
bit
do.
and leave. So we've got David demonstrating for you. We've got our Sean on cameras today. Give us a wave, Sean. There you go. And we've got Andrew producing from home in our ears. He's on baby waiting duty now, aren't you?
Yes,
Waiting for it
yes.
to arrive. Right, so let me tell you where you can watch us and how to shop. So you can watch us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and on our website, which is highlightcrafts.com. If you're going to shop on either of our social platforms, so Facebook or Instagram, we're going to show you a product and that product will have a code. And all you need to do to purchase that is type shop and then that code into the comments underneath that video. So it's super easy. You don't need to go away and find another website and shop. It's just all done really smoothly. So once you've put that into your basket, you'll get a message from us. And in that message, there will be a link. When you're ready to check out, you're going to click that link and that will take you to your basket on our website. Log into your account because by logging in, you then get your club discount, your loyalty points on every pound that you spend, and on a basket spend over £35 free shipping. Now, in this particular show, because we've got a Micro Studio download, the sooner you check out, the sooner you can be crafting with it, because there's no postage and no waiting. You can craft along if you like, which is fabulous, right? So you can also watch us on our website, and the easiest way to do that is open up the live shopping page, and then you can add your items to a basket. They'll appear in a little red shopping bag at the top of your screen. And when you're ready to check out and turn those into Happy Post, just click on that bag and that will take you through that checkout process. Now, also on our main Highlight Crafts page, as you open it up, there's now a banner that says Shop Today's Deals. Click on that and you'll get all the deals from all the shows throughout the day. So if you are going out and about, you can shop first thing in the morning, knowing that you've got all your goodies for the rest of the day. We are also now putting repeats in as well in between the hours when we're not live, and they're creating, you know, customers are coming in and going, oh, actually, I'll see what they've been up to. If that product is still in your basket unchecked out, it shows as available on our system. So somebody else can come in and take that out of your basket, pay for it and check out. So I'm just letting you know that that's where we're at. Right, I'm going to do some printables first, so some papers first, and I'm going to get David in to talk you through this brand new Micro Studio because it's brilliant and there's definitely loads and loads to teach you with this. So we're going to start with Posh first. Now this came in yesterday, which is just brilliant. Oh wow, okay. Right, so we started with this yesterday and it's already dwindled massively. So Shop Posh, we've been bringing you deals on cardstock recently and this is absolutely fabulous. It's a beautiful, it looks like clotted cream, not the bit that settles on the top, but you know underneath when you get that lovely beautiful rich cream, but it's not yellowy and I love that. It's really, really elegant. So you're going to get A5 and in A5 you're going to get 30 sheets. You're going to get 60 sheets of A4. It's 280 GSM, so it's nice weight for your card blanks. You're also then going to get 30 12 by 12. So if you are a scan and cut user, you don't need to cut your A3 down now. And then you're also going to get 60 A3. This is brilliant. What I love about A3 cards is you can make an 8 by 8 without cutting it, you know, into two separate pieces and gluing it together. Shop Posh is going to get you that for $29.99. Are you ready to come and join me, love?
Yeah, I am indeed.
Come on then, let's have a look at this MCS then. And I'll
Good
do
morning,
the printables
everybody.
after. Andrew, do we ever spin the wheel, please? Or can we set one up?
Hang on.
Scoop. Scoop as in ice cream is your code to spin the wheel. Scoop.
Lovely. Okay.
Scoop and sizzle. That's
Scoop
what we
and
had
sizzle.
today.
Yeah.
Scoop.
Scoop and sizzle.
Right,
Lovely.
talk to me about this.
Oh, Mel, this is amazing.
Shop download. It's Micro Studio pleased us punch. A clue there. You've got £5 saving on it. $24.99 on a brand new. Wow.
This is massive. It's all brand new. I think you've got up to almost about 2,000 elements on here. It's huge.
Wow.
Okay, it is massive. Right, this is all about creating silhouette scenes, capturing a scene with silhouettes, creating your own apertures, and of course creating what we look as digital punches to create an outline. So you can build a beautiful sunset scene with the silhouettes over the top. But also as well, it doesn't have to be this style, it doesn't have to be this look and feel. You can then bring in the aperture, so you can see in here as well where a scene has been created or a paper has been designed in the background. And then the apertures are actually framing the image in the design. So you can start to see the incorporation of really rustic, rich texture of papers. But then again, look at this one. You can see here how the trellis, and you'll find elements from Jimmy Robbins in here.
Yeah, they're fabulous.
Find all sorts of characters, your favourite ornamental pieces, your tree lines, your hedgerows, the favourite characters that you see, of course, in die form. You're going to get them in silhouette form in here as well. So it takes you on a journey. It is brilliant. And this concept brought to you by Minecraft Studio is unbelievable. Now, we were all having a play with this yesterday, doing loads of different configurations because there really is no limit to what you can create with this. It just keeps on going. I mean, I started doing a few projects. Stephanie did something completely different with it as well, which I thought, wow, okay, looks completely different. But then it realised, I thought, well, there's so much potential inside there as well, which is fabulous. It means everyone can do something different. Whether you just want to do a quick card front like that.
It's lovely, isn't it?
How cute is this?
Yeah, really cute.
So let's actually show you what's inside here, shall we? Now, this is massive, okay? There is a lot of content in here, but we start off with your watercolour backgrounds, okay? So beautiful spritz of colour. I mean,
that
dreamy,
just saves
right?
your inks, it saves you faffing around
course
and
it
making
does.
your own. You can literally print it off on what you want.
Yeah,
as well.
oh, definitely. Imagine this on your sublimation paper.
On your mouse mats.
Oh, on your mouse mats, on your t-shirts, on your bags. This is like beautiful, okay? So we've got these wonderful colour backgrounds, which of course you then take your apertures and crop into it.
Right.
So you capture these colours in different shapes and forms. Again here, as we go through, we've got more different watercolour bleeds. And then you've got the apertures.
Right.
So when you think of a digital punch, what happens is they are pre-installed into Minecraft Studio. The software itself has something called a punch in it. There's some that are decorative shapes, there's some that are words, there's some that are literally just your fundamental outlines. I use them every single time I work with Minecraft Studio. So what we've done is, because you can't physically add more digital punches to the software because it's pre-built, we don't update the software, we just update the content. We've shared with you this concept, and I think this is really clever, because what it is, it's a page itself with a cutout. So you build your design and drop these over, and that design will just show through that shape.
Got it.
Okay?
Yep,
so you will
got it.
just, so in this butterfly here,
Yep.
where this grey, because of course we've put these all grey for the printout here, otherwise you won't see them. All of this greyed area here is going to block out all of the scene, and then the butterfly will create the aperture. So a window. And that beautiful scene, whether it's a village, whether it's a photograph, will be through the butterfly.
Fantastic.
Okay?
Yes.
So you can see how one that was used here is the heart shape. So the scene was created.
Yes.
So the lovely Lou created the scene, and then she dropped over the heart one. So it covered everything else. It covered all of the areas that weren't cropped, the mess, if you like,
So
and then it just showed through the beauty.
this basically is white normally.
Absolutely.
And that's a hole in the middle.
You imagine this piece of paper here having a heart shape cut out in the middle,
Yep.
like a stencil.
Yep.
You're basically bringing these stencils over the top.
Brilliant.
It's so good. And again, there is tons. Now, that's just the first page. You've got baskets, wreaths, you've got pots, benches, picket fences, you've got jugs, you've got watering cans. So you can place all your flowers inside them.
Brilliant.
Create a little world. You've got fountains, you've got bird cages, you've even got the little adornments like the bows, the trivets, the lot. I mean, it is amazing, Mel. I mean, look at the size, look at all of that, and we've not even printed it all.
That's crazy value, isn't it? Shop download, $24.99. You've got a £5 saving. It's instant. There's no postage, and you could be crafting with this afternoon. This is extraordinary value for money.
Oh, it is. This is it. It's huge, 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 huge amount of content you're getting here. And we've shared with you a few previous collections from the archive recently, where we've said there's about 1,500 to about 2,000 elements on here from years gone by. This is all brand new.
Wow.
This is all reworked, brand new for you in this configuration, which I love to see. I mean, all of these, it keeps on going. There's hundreds.
There's loads of them, isn't
Hundreds
there?
of
Look at
them.
all this lot that you're getting. And all this will become really clear when we go to demo. So I think we'll do a demo first and show
Absolutely,
that concept.
yes.
And then I'll come back and do the printer papers. Oh, David.
All of the scenes. So you've
love
got
that.
architecture, the buildings. So you create your own scene captured within the frame of a home. I think that is a wonderful little note to send within a card.
Absolutely.
But then you've got all of the framed elements as well. And then we go into scenes. So you could then get a beautiful scene like this and capture it inside a piece of the architecture.
Yes.
So inside the aperture itself.
Wow.
almost photographic. I mean, they are picturesque. And you've got nighttime, you've got beautiful spring and summer settings as well. With Minecraft Studio, you change the colour, whatever season you want.
Phenomenal.
Silhouettes.
Yes.
Okay, this is where it gets really exciting. These are now all of your images as a pigmentation, so they will of course form as a silhouette on the surface. So when you're seeing a little bird sitting on a picket fence or a moon in the sky, you can then create them as silhouettes.
So it's meant to look like stamps,
Absolutely,
isn't it?
yeah.
So instead of going out and buying hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of stamps and ink pads and stamping platforms and all of that, this is done for you, which is fantastic. I love this.
Oh, look at all, and this is where it gets dreamy, because now,
good grief,
all of these posies, wreaths, floral arrangements, bunches of flowers, you can then group them all together, weld them into one of the plant pots, one of the jugs, one of the containers, and you've created a wonderful silhouette frame of the flowers. I think it's amazing. It's so creative as well. When I was crafting with this, and last night as well, because I got a bit addicted to it, I couldn't actually put it down. I was thinking, oh, I can do this. Oh, and then I can do that.
Yes, absolutely.
Stuff that I've wanted to do, that I've had to usually cut corners for, I can now do with this download.
Brilliant.
I mean, it just keeps on evolving.
And you could, if you wanted to do, you could literally scan that in.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And they're your cutting files then, aren't they? Which is fabulous.
Definitely.
So it does work with scan and cut as well. Right, I'm going to get David to go and have a look at the get ready for a demo. And what do you want me to do, Andrew? Right.
I'll shimmy on through.
Shimmy through. Oh, there we go.
My first stop at the bus. There we go.
Right, bottle holder, first of all, we want to go to, and then we'll get into a demo with David. So this is one of David's designs, actually, and it's a really clever concept. So you get this die, well, you get quite a few dies in here, don't you? Look at that.
You get loads.
Cut this twice, and then you glue them together. And this is brilliant for your paints. It's brilliant for your glues. Anything that you want ready when you come to use it, this is going to be brilliant. Now, we've knocked £4 off this today, so you're getting all of those dies for $5.99, which is amazing value for money. Don't miss out on that. You could have, if I was at home and I'm absolutely into my cadence and you've got shelves, I'd do one for each colour of your paints. Can you imagine how stunning that would look?
Honestly,
Shot
Mel,
bottle.
that is the dream.
Right.
That is the dream.
My dream is going to the academy, pick up the whole cadence level and just pop it into my my craft room. That'd be fabulous. So Shop Bottle is going to get you that for $5.99. Shop Easel is going to get you this one, which is your stand. This is brilliant. Cut two of them again.
Absolutely. It looks a little bit nondescript like that, but I'm going to show you how it works.
And this is the SVG file for this.
It is, yeah. So you can take it to any size.
Absolutely, which is brilliant. So you cut two of them, and then they just fold in, and that becomes your stand at the back of your card. I think it's a really, really clever. Again, an SVG download this time. Shop Easels, £6. Right, David, are you ready for us?
Yeah, absolutely.
Lovely, because I'm intrigued to see how this works
I'm so excited. Of course, with that fold flat easel and the bottle die as well, if you're thinking I need to know more about that, later on throughout the show, I will show you how to use it, okay? So don't worry, I'm going to cover that off later on. But I know you're all raring to see that download. So let's have a look. So I've actually popped mine onto a USB. I'm going to take you straight to the computer, and of course we're going to go into Pleased as Punch. Now I'm just going to take the grid and the ruler off my page as well, so it makes it a little bit easier for you all at home to see what it is that I'm doing. Now you can quite literally just play with this. Of course it's all broken down into all those different folders for you, starting off with those backgrounds that we had a look at. So of course you can bring on whichever one you want to start with.
That is so good. You can even see the texture of the watercolour card underneath.
You can, can't you?
Isn't that amazing?
It looks incredible. You can really sort of feel and look and feel that watercolour card there. So again, any colour that suits you, that's gorgeous.
Aren't these amazing?
So you could quite literally start off with, let's go, I'm not going to say simple, but I'm going to say probably straight to the point, okay, with this. And I'm going to go into, of course, our Pleased as Punch download, and then I'm going to go into our silhouettes. Now, of course, I shared with you all of the ones that are a deep dark silhouette, like they've been stamped. What we have also done for you as well, though, is put colour silhouettes in here.
Oh, lovely.
So all of your colour silhouettes, you've then got them in gradients.
Wow,
so
and you can change the colours.
Yes, absolutely. So you can change the colour. Let's go into here, use the rainbow, change it to whatever. I know.
Flipping heck.
It's honestly, Mel, it's unreal. And then they're broken down into different categories. So go into your poses, okay, and you can always use your index sheets for a little bit of guidance, and then you can build them up on top and add them to it. Now I'm just going to share with you as well, those poses, I've printed some here onto that PET sheet. stickers
I
from these
know.
silhouettes is unbelievable. Of course, it doesn't smudge, it's permanent on the surface. So when you're going to peel these off like this, you've got this wonderful film and you
Wow.
pop it onto any surface. It's a little bit like rice paper. The colour will, of course, be complemented by the undertone. So put it onto a bright surface, you're going to get a bright colour. But I love it. If you want to do all of your stickers for maybe, even if you want to do a fancy sticker for your bright bin on the drive.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done those and they look great. But they're back in stock. So please bear that in mind with your silhouettes.
That's shop clear, 6 sheets, $12.99. They are fabulous. And you fill every little last bit, don't you?
Oh, you do. Make use of all of it. So you can see I changed the colour of this wreath and I'm building up these silhouettes. But then we just group this and take this off the page because I've got some pre-built scenes I'm going to share with you as we go through the show. But just showing you a little insight as to what you can do as quick techniques. If we go into our black silhouettes and into accessories, that's where you'll find all of like your water jugs and your planters and things like that. So as I'm going through, we've got baskets. Let's grab this one here. So we've got that beautiful silhouette and then we're going to go back into our flowers for this one. We did posies last time. Let's go into our flowers and you just start to pick out the ones that are going to work for you. Pick out a complete assortment, a random selection of them. And honestly, this is just so freeing to craft with. Look at this one. Right, let's start building. So I'm going to scale this one down, rotate it slightly and begin to build up. Now, we'll bring this to the front, but also the beauty of the fact they're all black is it blurs together. So you don't have to really fiddle around. So copy and paste. Let's have a look. We're going to flip this around horizontally. There we go. And start to build this up. Just like that. Pop this one here towards the top. Make it look like it's a taller flower. Let's have a look. And then I'm going to go into some of these finer elements here. Okay, and I'm actually going to make it a bit thinner. Okay, so it's much thinner. There we go. And these can be sort of flaring off from out of the sides. Almost like big lavender sprigs inside here. And this almost looks like a lilac flower, but I'm going to pop it in there just as a filler. And as you go through, you can keep picking out different ones. And notice I'm just building up this wonderful silhouette, okay? And it is, of course, all pitch black. And it really adds a completely different look and feel to the artwork. So, of course, if you'd got your original artwork in die form and you look at it from a silhouette, it looks completely different.
It does.
And you're not focusing on the detail within the centre, you're focusing on the impression it creates as an outline, which for me I found really interesting. So I'm going to go and flip this one here horizontally. And this is the sort of download as well, which is timeless. You're going to use this from time and time again. There we are. And what I'm going to do now is just group all of that. In fact, actually, let's bring our jug here just to the front so it's sat on top of everything.
Brilliant.
Group that together, okay. Now, if you wanted it as a proper silhouette, okay, what you could then do is you could copy and paste it. So you've got two, and we could flip it so it's vertical. And then I'm going to scale it. In fact, no, I'm going to keep it the same size. I'm going to bring it here, like this. But then what I'm going to do is just make it slightly narrower, like that. And I'm going to fade it down ever so slightly. Like that, and I've created a shadow of that silhouette. That is my craft studio at its finest, giving you so many more options.
Wow.
And then you can bring them into scenes. You could, of course, capture all of this. Then you go into all of those overlays, all of the backgrounds. You've got inside here the houses and gardens. So if you wanted to pick out any of the silhouettes, you then capture it inside. That's how these work. Isn't it fun?
That's brilliant.
Look at
Absolutely
this.
brilliant.
You then capture it
I
all
love
in there.
that.
It's honestly, it is amazing.
That's super
Just
clever.
had a little drop shadow around it.
Oh, David, look at that. How cool is that?
I love it so much. I think it's brilliant. It's such a good idea. I don't know why we've not done this yet. And honestly, I'm so glad we have.
That's a digital crafter. As somebody that loves inky stuff, you've got to go out and buy at least 5-6 different ink pads. You've then got to buy your paper, your watercolour card. You've then got to buy your stamping platform and your ink and your stamps.
Yep.
You're way over the cost of that download already. You're way over that just by buying the inks. So this is a brilliant, brilliant way to do something a little bit different. I love that. Now, just do me a favour, click on that house and turn it completely black. I've got it as black, haven't I?
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
so once I've designed that, I could scan it in and cut it out.
Oh, absolutely, you could do. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you could take there would be the outline, so you've got it the opposite way around. But then, of course, if you do go into those silhouettes, in here into your houses and gardens, you
I've
will
got all of
have
those.
the same one as a silhouette. So you've got it
Brilliant.
there. It's
So just
all been made.
Keep a note of your size. That's all you need
Oh
to
yeah,
do, isn't
definitely. You could you just match it up,
I love
resize
that.
it,
That's
and
brilliant.
then you can cut it out.
Right, let me do a quick recap because it's busy on this Posh card,
Oh,
and I want to
okay.
go through some of the printables for you, and then we'll go back to David and see another demo. Isn't that fantastic? Right, let's give you the details of the download first of all. So shop download is going to get you all this little lot. I know David said almost 2,000 files in here. There's a lot. There's a lot, and I mean a lot. Right, so shop download is going to get you the Micro Studio Please Just Punch download. So instant, no postage. You've been crafting with this today. $24.99. We've given you a £5 saving on that brand new download. What a clever concept, isn't it? And instead of having to go out and buy dies and cutting files and all of that, it's all done digitally for you, which is super clever. Right, I'm just going to recap this Posh card for you because this is flying out. I don't want anybody missing out on this. This is superb quality card. It's 280 GSM. It will, well, I'll fold one and show you. So if I fold this over so that those edges meet, hold that safe, press it down there, and it will crease beautifully, just from a thumbnail along there. Look at that. How fantastic is that? If I open that out, there's no cracking, there's no creasing. What it's done is created this elevated spine. So the spine that you would get if you were using a scoreboard like the Caterpillar scoreboard. How fantastic is that? And that's just literally folding it in half and creasing it. Right, so all the same colour. It's a beautiful ivory. It's a really rich colour. It's lovely. You're going to get 60 A3. You're going to get 60 A4, so you've got 180 sheets in total. You're going to get 30 A5 and 30 12 by 12. So for everybody, which is brilliant. And if you're like, well, I don't have a scan and cut, what do I need 12 by 12 for? 4 6 by 6 card fronts or 2 6 by 6 card blanks. That's the difference. You couldn't get a 6 by 6 card blank out of an A4 sheet of paper. You can with that. So Shop Posh is going to get you all that little lot, over 4 kilograms of card for $29.99. Then you get your club discount. Then you get your points. This is UK only, obviously, because of the postage. Right, next, decoupage paper. Now, we've got this back in stock, which is fantastic. Now, this is it printed. How fantastic is that? Look at the depth that it's managed to get in that red. Red is a really difficult colour to get right on a printer. So you've got all of those in there, and then the greens as they gradiate through. Now, obviously, this looks a bit strange because it's an SVG file, so it's got all that bleed around it. But honestly, the quality of this is exceptional. Now, the difference, why do I need that? Stephanie did this yesterday. If you look, when you're curling, you're trying to curl that bear. If you go too far, it'll start to crease. You see there, he's starting to get that crease. If you do it on your decoupage paper, look at this. And look how it holds its form. It's brilliant, this paper. Look, all I need to do is that. And it literally curls. And it will keep its shape, which is extraordinary. So you're going to get 100 sheets of this. This is shop paper. It's 170 GSM, so it's perfect for fussy cutting out. Obviously, you can use it with your dies as well and your scan and cut, if that's what you want to do. But shop paper is going to get you 100 sheets, 170 GSM for $12.99. That's mad. Even if, do you know what? Even if you don't use it for printing on, I'd be using that for my inserts. I'd be using it for, obviously not your card bases, but certainly for your mats and layers.
I love the quality of it. I love the feel of it as well, and the texture and the
Super
sheen,
silky.
because it comes through on the surface as
does.
well. And
Yeah,
do you know what? I did have a shiny paper that I printed onto, and even if I printed onto photo quality, it's still smudged.
Yes.
With this one, it doesn't. You can push and shove it, and the ink doesn't move at all. And also, this did sell out. It's now back in stock.
Yeah. So this is
Yeah.
bear with. Photo settings.
Absolutely, yeah. So, of course, if you've got a branded printer, on your photo settings or your printer settings, it will say for example, you've got a HP one, right? Yeah. Just throwing it out there. It will say HP photo paper. If that there isn't HP paper, so you just use the setting that is other inkjet photo papers, and it does the exact same thing, and basically it tailors it to a pretty much a universal surface, and that there is the best way to get the best print.
Brilliant, absolutely fabulous. Right, let's talk about stickers, shall we? So if you want to print your own stickers on that clear, transparent film. This is fabulous. It's limited stock, so you're going to have to be quick if you want this one. Print your own stickers. They disappear into the background, so they're brilliant for working on top of things like rice paper, on top of your pattern papers, adding that extra layer. So let's say you've got a design and you've designed 3 layers digitally, then your physical layers afterwards could be with this. Right, so Shop Clear is going to get you 6 sheets of this for $12.99, okay, which is fabulous. Now, your stickers, we've got a bundle for you. So in here, you're going to get 8 sheets of the glossy white and also 8 sheets of the matte white. So 16 sheets of stickers in total. Shop Sticker, $11.99 for both, which is good, great,
a lot
isn't
of
it?
people ask as well, what's the difference? These are opaque.
Yes.
Okay, so
absolutely.
they're going to have a coloured background to
Yes.
them, which means, of course, you don't have to colour the surface you're putting them on.
Correct.
Yeah.
So Shop Sticker is going to get you those 2. Now, this is a bit special, isn't it? 12 sheets of holographic printable sticker sheet. Look how beautiful that is.
This stuff's crazy.
Can I just say as well, while we're on the subject, at 12 o'clock, no, 1 o'clock,
Yes.
Connoisseur, if you've got a scan and cut, you need to tune into that show, please, because it's brilliant. But for now, all of these will also work in your scan and cuts. If you are one of those people that loves that, this is going to be fabulous for you. Shop Hollow, $11.99.
I know,
for 12
$11.99.
sheets.
It's brilliant. And as well, this one, the holographic comes through the print. I don't know how it happens. It's magic, but your design is still holographic. It's not just the border, it's the actual image.
It's fabulous, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. Use your vinyl blade with that. It'll cut it, it'll kiss cut it for you. Right, jars next.
Oh, I know.
These are crazy value. $10.99, I believe, are going to get you. Is it $10.99? Yeah, $10.99. It's going to get you 12 jars. Now, that is extraordinary value for money. David wants it as a cocktail glass.
I think they're great as cocktail glasses.
I agree. Or a shot glass.
Well.
And I think they're brilliant for desserts.
Yes,
because you could build a trifle, couldn't you? Or an ice cream sundae in there and have a sharing dessert. I think they're fabulous. Also, your first class in your Cadence Club was all about glass.
It was.
So if you've got that and you want to just have a play around, this is going to be perfect for you. The matte metallics that we've just had on this would look stunning. I know, right?
Oh my God.
Mirror spray inside, your metal leaf on the outside. Sospeso Trasparente, it's going to be brilliant for.
I don't understand how they're at that price, Mel.
Well, I don't understand, but honestly, I don't care.
Same.
Because I think it's fabulous. Yeah. Now then, this. I know, I'm
This is
gutted.
a bit of luxury.
I'm gutted because we've only got one of these left.
One?
Yeah, one lady's just bought 3 of them on the website.
What?
This is beautiful. And it's concrete. It's a concrete clock. Has the mechanism on the back. You just add your batteries. But look at the hands. It's like a tree branch.
I know. They're all like sort of quirky, wibbly,
gorgeous?
oldie worldy.
I love this. Now, your colours will vary slightly because it's concrete.
Yes.
So depending on how it dries, but how I love the hands. I think they're brilliant.
I've never seen anything like that.
No, I think they're absolutely lovely. Now, you can absolutely, I'm saying absolutely a lot, aren't I? Absolutely. I'm saying absolutely a lot.
Absolutely, why not?
Absolutely, why not? This, you can paint them, but I love the idea of just leaving it raw like that.
Yeah, I think so too. And with it being a
think it's
concrete,
classic.
I'd put it outside.
Yeah, I love it.
I'd like a sheltered porch use or something.
Absolutely. Stop going to say that word. It's going to be the word of today, that, isn't it? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I do
you know
love
what?
that word,
I've
though.
got one. The other day I counted in a show, I said the
don't know
word
where
of
my
course 22 times.
Where's it gone?
Don't know. It's gone in the bin.
No, looking for a post-it now. I don't know.
It went in
Find
there.
it. There you are. Perfect. Right, back to David Andrew.
Okay. What would you like to do?
Oh, we can just do the easel and the bottle. Yes, really busy for these, and I'm not surprised. Shop Bottle is going to get you the dies for your bottle holder, which David designed. Look how fabulous this is.
I'll show
for
you.
$5.99. You've got a £4 saving on this. Look at all the dies that you get inside there as well. Isn't that cool?
I love it because it fits all the 70ml and 120ml bottles.
Yes,
it's
absolutely.
pretty universal, that.
Put that one in if you wanted to. Look.
So it keeps them all in there.
I love that because then you're not messing about, you're not shaking paint, you're not knocking it down, you're not getting air bubbles in it. Isn't that cool? Shop Bottle, $5.99 will get you that today. You need to put your lid back on that or you'll have to make another
do you know
one.
what?
And then we've also got your easel download, so your SVG file for your easel that will support the back of your projects. What an extra little, an extra element that means you can charge a bit more for your cards because then you've got, or a project, it doesn't have to be a card, does it? It can be whatever you want to make, but it gives you that ability to be able to resize it too. So you could do really big ones, really small ones, depending on the project that you want to display. Shop Easel is going to get you that SVG download for £6, which is fabulous.
Yeah, I've not actually seen that easel on one of our shows before, so if you've not had this or not got it yet, I would definitely suggest going for it because it is brilliant. You can use it on your canvases as well. It's really strong. I'll quickly show you how to put it together if that's okay.
Clock's gone.
Oh, right, the clock's gone, everyone.
Gone.
Time was literally
Time's run
ticking
out.
with that one. So what I've done is I've not flipped the SVG or anything, I've just cut 2 on my scan and cut, okay? And this was the size that they were loaded onto the actual file at, which is the size of the die. So you can make it as big as you wish. And what you're gonna do, and this is the best way to work with it, you can use red liner if you want to, is I'm gonna actually just put glue all the way down the central part here, this central element, down there, and then I'm also popping it just on that section as well, okay? So all of these sections past the triangle.
Yeah.
Going to put my glue back in my bottle holder. And then, of course, we lay this one. So as this was cut like that, this one then is going to flip over and sit on top. Now, you can use one if you want. You don't have to use 2 together. It's just stronger when you use both. And the reason why we did it like this was because it was initially launched as a die. I said, the die doesn't need to be this big. It made it twice the price. And I was like, why don't we have it like that? And you just join 2 together because then everybody has the option to be able to buy it. So what I'm going to do is fold this one here back like that, okay? Just let your glue dry. Make sure to fold that back, stick it all together. There we are. And then we're going to fold this one here back as well. There we are, on the perforation lines, which are of course all outlined already. And then we've got this little one. Now you want to make sure these line up perfectly as they dry, okay? You've got these 2 little grooves, that little Dracula fangs.
Yeah,
just there.
I was
little
thinking about,
there we go, yeah, that's the one.
fangs.
And then that folds in. Now Mel, you had to pass me one of our projects, just any of them at all. That one's lovely, yes. So on the back of here, on your card, what you can then do is you, of course, you have it flat like this because it lays flat, okay? Is you take your adhesive and you want to add your adhesive just to the central stem. You don't add it now to this little sort of section in the middle, okay? The little roundabout element. And then glue that down to your project like this on the back. It does have an angled edge, so you don't have to choose the angle, it's there already. If your project was much bigger, you can of course tape that off with some scissors to get a sort of a more, I don't know, a tighter angle. And what I'm going to do is, as that's now drying, this is how you work with it. You fold these up, okay, like this, that's folded up, and then that tucks in. Okay, it's not quite dry. Let me just quickly dry this glue at the bottom and push it down because I'm rushing it. There we go. That locks in place like this, get your fold back, and then you've created a stand on the back of your cards.
David.
Look at that, and then it folds flat.
Brilliant.
So pop it up like this, folds in.
Right, Shop Easel.
And you've got an
going to
easel.
get you that for £6 as
I
an
love it.
SVG file.
It's like the best
So
thing
clever.
ever. You'll see this system actually in play with a lot of shop display stands, okay? But we wanted to do something for us crafters.
Absolutely.
And this, I mean, you can see how those little cat's ears follow that channel and lock into place there. So when, of course, it's stood up, it's at the perfect angle. Your cards don't blow over.
No, absolutely.
You've got all of that footprint now holding that card up.
That's
and then you post it, adds no extra weight, and it folds flat.
Lovely. Right, my love, thank you for that. Shall we do a demo on MCS
Let's do it,
now?
okay.
You ready?
So,
thank you.
I'm going to show you another project with this.
Don't forget to type in scoop, because we're going to spin the wheel. Scoop.
Oh yeah, definitely get the word scoop into the comments now. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and build a scene here for you. So I've got, of course, my blank canvas, and we're going to start from scratch. And I'm going to always begin with a background. I think especially with this design concept, you want to start with the foundation. So this one here reminds me of a bit of a sunset. But the way I'm going to look at this is I'm going to crop it completely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it upside down. Let's have a look like this. And actually, I'm going to angle it at quite a weird angle, okay? I'm going to do it so this line here is falling straight through the middle. And then I'm going to bring on an actual digital punch that's pre-built into Minecraft Studio. So I'm going to grab a square, scroll through, grab a square here, and I'm just going to make this as big as it will fit in the space I'm working in at the moment. So I've brought my background on, turned it upside down, put it in an angle, and then let's just pop this there, okay? And now we've got a sunset, okay? So we've cropped that out because we've changed the angle. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly duplicate this because I want to create the sun in the middle. So I've got another one, Okay, and then I'm going to go back into my digital punches that are already on the software. We're going to use the ones that, of course, are also in the content. I'm going to quickly crop that out. So I've got my sun like this, bring my sun onto here, and then I'm going to bring the brightness of that up.
Wow.
And then...
Sorry, that's just proper, I love that.
Isn't it cool? But then do you know what? It gets even better. We're going to then soften the edges.
Wow. Look at that. That's
Look
brilliant,
at
David.
that. How cool is this?
That's amazing. That looks like you spent ages putting
does.
butter on a brush, trying to get a perfect circle. Wow, look at that.
Oh, honestly, I'm obsessed. So, and then you just go straight into those silhouettes. Of course, I'm going to build more scenery around this, but then if you wanted it just as is, say if you went into your flowers, or let's have a look. Is it an accessories for us? Let's have a look. There we go. I can just grab a butterfly.
Wow.
And you're going to just have some of these fluttering by. Honestly, that to me sets the scene.
And that could just be a card. Happy
Yes.
birthday on that. Just as simple as that.
Oh,
or
definitely.
you can go to town, can't you?
Oh, 100%.
I love that about digital crafting. You've got so many different options and you're in charge.
Yes, you are.
Love
You
it.
really are. So I'm going to bring these houses in
look at
now
that.
because that's got a vanishing point. This reminds me of the sunset of an evening. You can see, and as you do look up, this is what happens. It quite literally, everything turns almost pitch black, even down to the aerials on the top of the roofs. So let's paste this one and then flip it over horizontally so we create a central point to our image.
Brilliant.
Okay, look at this. So we now can see where it's escaping towards the centre. So we want to fill this area because naturally a shadow would cast around here because all of this is a silhouette. So we want to make it as realistic as possible, which we can do. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and start to grab some additional elements within here. So I'm going to go back into my silhouettes. I'm going to go into foliage. I'm going to scroll right through, right down here to... Let's have a little look. I've got a couple that I know I want to use. I'm going to grab the tree because that's a lovely silhouette to add in here. Definitely going to be using that one. I'm going to go into my flowers as well. And I'm going to go right down. You've got 195 floral elements in here. We definitely want a border because look at that.
That's incredible. David, just take the houses away for me and just put that at the bottom of that card.
Look at that.
How wonderful is that?
Just like this.
Amazing.
And then if you wanted it like that, that's fine because we can do this. We could then go into our overlays and then we could go into, let's have a look, our accessories, and then you could capture this in a completely different scene.
I mean, why would you not want that?
It's so cool. It's amazing.
So clever.
This download is so unique and different. Like there's nothing else like it at all.
I love that.
Look at this. And of course you can scale it to whatever size you want it to be.
How
and then it will
cool
just
is
get rid of the rest around it. There's all sorts of different shapes because then you could capture the whole thing. And let's crop down the white space around here because you can of course take some of this away. We've given you it all in case you need it to block off the area. And then all I'm going to do is then crop a bit of it off because it's harder to add it than it is to take it away.
Right.
It's almost impossible to add it. So we can then get all of that inside here. Let's just scale it down a little bit more. And look at this.
I mean, this is just delightful, isn't it?
How gorgeous is that?
That's amazing.
These are apertures that you are creating out of so many different things. I mean, you could capture it in the jug if you wanted to. Look at that. That pattern on there. It's so playful.
Super cool.
So I'm going to take those off for now.
Go on. Yeah.
No, this is the thing. It's so experimental. You can just keep going with it. I don't think it really has a point where you stop.
No.
You always find something new to do with it, which I think for me shows true versatility within a product as well.
Absolutely.
Like if I've got a paint that does 10 things, then that's it. I'm not shopping around for any more.
No,
if I've got a
exactly
download that's going to do all of these things, I'm sorted for the weekend. I'm going to be crafting the whole time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my, let's have a look into our accessories. And I'm going to grab from here a few different ones. These are my coloured ones. So I want to go into my pitch black accessories. And I'm going to use, let's have a little look. I've got a picket fence inside here, which I saw earlier on. So I'm going to grab this one to use. And I'm also going to grab the little fountain because I think this would look nice.
Yeah.
Set right in the background, in the middle of the village. Look at that.
That's amazing.
I know, it's honestly crazy. And then in our flowers, I think I've got the picket fences in there. Let me have a little look through here, see where I can find them. Because there is literally loads. There's all sorts of different ones to use. In fact, I know. Let's grab number 44. There it is. Look, found it. So you always make little notes of which ones you're using. So let's put that just in here. And then I'm going to put copy and paste. Another one just there. So we've created our fence at the edge of our scene. Now you might be thinking, right, okay, how do we create shadows? So again, I'm going to pop this border to one side, and with the houses, I'm going to copy and paste this one like this and flip that. Okay, so flip that vertically. And we're going to set that underneath, but I'm going to fade it down. Okay, so it's much softer. And then this one here, I'm going to do the same, copy and paste, because it's in the same direction, exact same size. And then I'm going to flip that one vertically, bring that down to the same height, and then soften this one as well. So that's much softer. But now it doesn't make sense that this bottom area is amber because we've created our skyline there. Yeah. Okay, so we need to sort that a little bit out. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my scenes. Okay, so if we go into the scenes here, and you'll be able to do this so easily, and you'll start to find your feet with it as well as soon as you start. I'm going to get one that's a wonderful summery background. Let's have a look. We've got this one here. That one would work really well. In fact, actually, that's good. Look at this one.
That reminds me of the Sound of Music.
Yes.
I am literally in my head singing the Sound of Music theme tune because that's exactly what it reminds me of. It is, isn't it? Yeah.
So I'm going to crop this.
Julie Andrews running over the hills, singing her heart out.
Honestly, you can create whatever story you want to
no
with
way.
this. So, and then what I'm going to do...
I love that.
Honestly, it's so good. And then bring it forwards.
Oh, David, see, it was worth you staying up till 11 o'clock
Honestly,
night.
It was. The stuff I was finding out about this.
Look at that. How brilliant is that?
So then let's copy and paste the fences. And then I'm going to flip that vertically. And then to soften that down.
Wow.
And then pop that one there. But then because it's a shadow, it needs to be longer. We're going to copy and paste that. This is the true potential with this. It just keeps on going. So copy and paste. So we've got two of that one.
I love
either
this.
side there. It is, I mean, it's unbelievable. Let's
You're
put the
going to
tree
lose
in.
hours. Oh, well, days.
Oh, absolutely. But you gain so much from that.
I know.
You gain so much enjoyment. You
if
really,
you've got
really
any
do.
of the animal dyes that we do with those sunsets, they're going to look amazing.
Oh,
because you can still use your dyes in black.
Oh, yeah,
you?
definitely.
And then you create your backgrounds in here. They're going to look absolutely fine. I love this.
Me too. It's so fun.
This
Let's
is
put
really
this
clever.
at the front. Here
I think you're gonna get loads out of this without a shadow of a doubt.
I've only used probably like 7 or 8 files,
Yeah.
and you've got almost 2,000 in here. It's bonkers.
Crazy.
You would never reach the end, and I think that again shows that you can just come back to it whenever you want. That butterfly, let's do some teeny tiny ones, just fluttering all the way in the distance, because these could be closer towards us as well. So you can create where they'd look right. There we go, and then put another one just smaller at the top up there. Group the whole thing, okay? Try and capture all of that. So that in our layers now, everything is being selected. See how it's all highlighted?
Yeah.
So we press group, it will group all of that together and create it as one file. So now Micro Studio sees that as one image, which will move around.
Yeah.
You can then crop this if you wanted to. So you could bring in, of course, a pre-built punch like this, and you could take off all the excess, which creates your image.
Wow. Wow.
No, honestly, it's
that
mind-blowing.
moment, isn't it, when you're like, this is just...
Oh, I know.
And so easy to do, but so creative.
This is it. And
Isn't it?
Your creativity just runs wild. Let's bring that wreath in, because then we could bring the wreath into the front. I know I've made that super far away. Sorry, guys. I'll bring that back in. But then
David.
all of this then starts to become captured as well. Let me bring it right to the front.
Right, so where depending on where you put that, it's like your viewfinder, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's exactly it.
Viewfinder.
Digital viewfinders.
Digital viewfinders. There you go. Look at that.
There you go. So then what you would do is then
David,
group
I love that.
all of that
Right.
together. So group both of those, then bring this to the front.
That's your digital punch.
Yep, so this is your actual punch, and then you make your card from. Okay, so then what you do now is you take that, crop that. Okay.
There you go.
I know, this is it. And then what we do,
Yep.
honestly, it keeps on going. So we scale this down, and then we bring in another file.
Yep.
So we go back to our lovely sunset. So we use that, it was actually a colour black background I used. It was one of these in here. It was one of the beautiful brights. It was, I'm just going to use this one actually. And then I'm going to sit this on the front of that like this. And then it looks like the scene is behind it, but it's hidden.
David. I love that.
And then, so what I'm going to do now is just basically duplicate that back layer. I'll just keep going with this, and I'm going to take it pitch black, center back, and then enlarge that around here. Just make it a little bit smaller so it's snug to the edge. Because think about, and Andrew's just made a really good point as well, that rainbow piece of card I've just put in the background there, that could have cost you 20 pence, that sheet.
At least.
And you've not actually used any.
No.
And then group all of this all in one go. I'm going to zoom in so you can all see it nice and clearly.
That's actually a really good shout, because you could make all your mats and layers and then add your physical products on top.
I'm obsessed.
That is amazing.
I think
love that.
It's so clever. I mean, look how we've got the shadows reflecting from all the elements.
It's incredible, David.
I mean, I've just noticed the only thing I didn't put a shadow in was that fountain, actually. And then you could go back at this point. You don't have to ungroup it all. I could go back in and find it. Where was it? There. So if I just scale this right down, flip it now vertically. There we are. Scale it right down in here. We don't have to add it in, but we could do. There we are. And then I'm just going to fade that down.
You don't want to be missing out on this.
Look at that. Honestly,
I
it's
think
addictive.
That's fabulous. And if you've missed that, we are back at 6 o'clock, myself and David, with this. Please don't miss out on this download. Andrew's just said, and this is a massive statement from Andrew, even he's impressed.
It is very impressive.
It's brilliant. I love it. I think it's just such a clever concept.
It is.
I mean, you build it like you normally build it, don't you?
Yeah, you
and
do.
And then you bring in those apertures, those viewfinders, those digital viewfinders. I mean, it's just amazing. You imagine how much money you'd have to spend to get everything physically.
Well, to make that project,
thousands.
If I wanted to make that at home, I would then need a stamp of all of those. So that's my stamp cost.
So you need a
then
stamp
it's my ink costs. Then I've done all those mats and layers, so I need my trimmers and my tools to be able to create that. I've then got an actual aperture there from a die as well. I've then got a die that's at least £20 sat right there. Then all those mats and layers and cards, it would have probably cost me, over £40 with all of that equipment to make that.
And all of that is scalable.
And you don't even need to print it, you can email it.
Isn't that brilliant? Right, okay, let's run through the details of this download because it's fabulous. I'm not going to flick through all this lot because you've seen the concept. It is absolutely fabulous. Shop download is going to get you this with a £5 saving today for $24.99. No postage because it's digital and you can literally be crafting. Wouldn't it be great if somebody got this, downloaded it, made something and then sent it in for the 6 o'clock show?
Oh, please do.
That
Yes,
would be
absolutely.
great,
Please do that, yeah.
It's just, honestly, what a fantastic concept, something completely different. And when you consider Minecraft Studio has been out for nearly 16 years, to keep reinventing it like this shows you just how good that program is. And if you want the program, if you haven't got it already, it's free to download from Highlight Crafts, which is crazy, isn't it? Right, let's talk about this Posh card again because this is flying out. Now, I don't know whether we can get any more of this. This is brilliant. So you saw me earlier on just fold one of those A5 pieces in half, literally fold it, scored it with my thumbnail, and then when I open that up, you've got that spine, that elevated spine. This is what you get on really expensive stationery. There's no cracking, there's no creasing. Imagine what it's going to look like when you do it on a scoreboard. Superb, isn't it? So you're going to get in here, I find my little list, I had to write it all down, you get that much, 60 A3, brilliant for making your 8x8 card blanks, 60 A4, you're also going to get 30 A5 and 30 12x12, so 180 sheets in total. I think it works out, just divide £29.99 by 180 for me, Andrew, please. It's pennies. It's literally pennies, and this is a really good quality. Listen.
I love that card.
It's £2.80.
That's nice.
17 pence. I thought that's what it was, but I wanted to make sure. 17 pence a sheet. 17 pence for A3 280 GSM card. And there's no yellow in it. You know, sometimes when you get cream and it's a bit yellowy. This is stunning and it's very, very elegant as well. So Shop Posh will get you that for $29.99. Say that again, Andrew. What are you printing on? That doesn't make sense. Say that again. Oh, right. So would you print on 250, 140, premium or regular? What would you do? I would do... I'd probably print it on a 250, and if you want that real pop of colour, that really intense black, I'd probably do it on the premium. If you're going to use it with your scan and cut, however, please, please, please don't put premium pure print anywhere near your scan and cut mat because it grabs it and it doesn't want to let it go. Hi.
Hi.
Are you invading?
I am. I've just got
on,
a
Jet, come
really
in.
important announcement to make, if that's okay.
Okay.
So
You're not getting pregnant.
I'm really sorry, Andrew. I'm not pregnant now. So guys, I need to share something with you, and it's quite a big thing.
I don't know whether to be scared or excited.
But I've been watching the show, and you lovely people are so nice, and you always share stuff and talk and chat, and we're building this lovely community. And say that again, sorry.
The guarantee.
Yes, yeah. So at the moment, and so in the next hour, we're doing something really special with the Pro Cup. And we're bringing it down to the lowest price that we can afford to do it at. And I'll be quite honest that it's not, is it in the next hour? 12 o'clock hour. And at that point, we are really selling it to you at the price that is the best price anybody can get. But we've also found out that Hobbycraft are selling it at £80. Now I need to share this because I don't know any other way of doing it except to say to you that when Crate and Craft closed their doors, Hobbycraft bought their stock and they didn't pay very much for it. In fact, they paid practically nothing for it. And I probably could end up with a legal letter over this, but it's the truth as I know it. What I do know is we did not get paid for that stock, and we ended up with a whacking great big bill of money that we didn't get. And I'm talking about a lot of money, lots and lots and lots. So we're going to do something that I think is the fairest thing to do for you guys at home. And as a small business, this is absolutely the only thing we can do to try and counteract where we've got other companies that are trying to just give us a hard time. I haven't practiced this. I haven't talked to Carl about it. I've asked him about pricing and I've told him what's happening. And he's just said to me, you're going to have to do it. We haven't got a choice, were his words. So we are actually going to bring our price down. We're going to bring the price down to £85. And I know what you're thinking and what I'm thinking, but we haven't got a choice. And we're going to ask you, and I don't even know whether I'm allowed to do this, but I'm going to ask you not to buy it from them, but to buy it from us, because we will honour the warranty, which is with us, and we will give you that club and you'll get your points and your discount.
Wow.
And that's all I'm going to say, but I need to get it out there and I need to ask you to support us as a business, because those machines we did not get paid for.
No, absolutely
and
not.
if I end up being trolled by trolls, then that's tough. But you know what? That's life, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Right, thank you for that. So 12 o'clock. And if you're wondering what we're talking about with the club, we're launching a die cutting club. And you're going to get the best of all of us. Because Stephanie's going to do some, me and Stephanie are going to do some, me and David will do some by himself. And it's all about getting all those dies out of your stash that you've had for years and reinventing them all, which is really exciting. Right, so that will be happening at 12 o'clock. Meantime, shall we come back to you and do more of this? Andrew, are you happy with that? Oh,
2 minutes.
Right, we need to spin the wheel as
we
well.
do need to spin the wheel.
Yes,
I've
we
literally
do.
got
Andrew,
some...
do you want to draw a winner, please?
Yeah, if Andrew wants to draw a winner, I've got my PET sticker here. I've just peeled this out. Because I thought...
Wow.
It
Wow.
vanishes the background onto wood.
How fabulous is that?
Onto wood. It literally looks like it's been printed on, and I can see the graining on the
That's
background.
brilliant.
I was
Right.
going to show you how to put that bottle
I'm
stand
going to spin
together.
this wheel while Andrew's drawing,
We'll put
because
it
we're
on the
literally
shelf.
running out of time
You
here.
can see it later.
Annette Gilbert, you have just won 150 points. Annette, messages please, darling. Help at Highlight Crafts and we'll get those added to your account. Can I just say a massive thank you to the team here. Stephanie coming in and saying that please, please, please continue to support us, because without you, we're not here. And it's lovely that we get the opportunity to come and speak to you every single day, whether it's in a repeat or whether it's live, whatever time of day it is. And this big community that we're building, we must not let that fail just because of what happened with Crate and Craft. So 12 o'clock, myself and David. We're back in between, aren't we? I'm back with Stephanie at 11 with the rest of those metallics. And then we're also back at 1 with Paper Connoisseur. If you're a Scan and Cut user, please tune into that show. I will see you at 11 o'clock, and then David and I will be back at 12. You have a lovely morning. Take care. Bye.
Bye.